Litecoin is down 90% since its all-time high that it hit back in May of 2021. But the question is, does it have further to go to the downside, or could we see a relief rally coming to Litecoin anytime soon? A lot of you guys have been asking us to do a price prediction video about Litecoin, and I have to say, it's not one that I necessarily have ever invested in. I know Jeb has talked about it in the past, but today I'm going to be showing you the charts and talking about a couple of the fundamentals that make me believe that Litecoin could have further to the downside to go. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump onto the charts. The first thing that I would acknowledge here on Litecoin is that it does appear on the weekly chart to be in a falling wedge. For those of you who don't know, falling wedges, although they are trajecting down to the downside, more often than not end up breaking to the upside. So I think there's a lot of you guys who are hoping / wishing that this formation plays out very soon to go to the upside. The only problem with this is that, as you guys can see, we still have a long way to go within this wedge. And what we're going to be exploring today is potentially, could Litecoin get back down to lows that it experienced back in 2020 before we actually see any type of recovery? Now, as I said, we are going to talk about fundamentals as well. And about a month ago, we started to see Litecoin be delisted from several exchanges, one of them being Binance, while the other ones came from a lot of Korean exchanges. This isn't an automatic death sentence, but this is something to take into consideration because Litecoin at one time was potentially considered as the future of currency. And for a very long time now, it has seemed to be almost an irrelevant coin. One argument to be made is that Litecoin just has been following the same trajectory as the rest of the space, whereas a lot of altcoins hit all-time highs back in November of 2021 and are now down. Litecoin has just been the same. The problem I fear with Litecoin is that this is one of those coins we're talking about that could die here in this bear market. I'm not saying necessarily for sure it will, but there are going to be several projects that end up dying, and unfortunately Litecoin doesn't seem to be special enough of a project, in my opinion, to be one that ends up making it through. But let's just stick with what a price bottom could be for Litecoin during this bear market. So let's go back all the way to 2018 and then also look at the bottom we had back in 2020. We have zones that got as low as $22 and then candle body closes here in 2020 that got as low as $35. I'm going to go ahead and just make this box right here to let you know this is a zone that could have a very realistic potential as a bottom point for Litecoin should the project end up recovering and going back to the upside. So the first thing I want to do is go back over to that Bitcoin chart, because those of you who have watched for a while know that Bitcoin is the most important chart to watch. And it's not that we're going to see direct correlations from other altcoins, but it's a good thing to start with, because when we see something happen on Bitcoin, more often than not during bear markets, we see the same thing, if not worse, happen to cryptocurrencies. So right now on Bitcoin alone, we are looking at a potential projection of $12,600 or worse for Bitcoin's price, especially with today's news coming out that the inflation rate continues to climb as high as 9.1 for the month of June. Just some quick math from when this video is being shot. If Bitcoin were to fall this low, that would lead to a 35% dip in Bitcoin's price as it stands right now. Now, I've said this before in other videos, but a lot of times altcoins during the bear market lose their dominance to Bitcoin, which means if it just followed tit for tat and fell 35%, that's one thing. But a lot of times these altcoins end up losing in greater ratios than Bitcoin. And remember, fundamentally, Litecoin does not have the hottest fundamentals right now. We have exchanges delisting it. This is not a good sign for Litecoin. And if you look it up, there's just not a whole lot of bullish fundamentals developing over on Litecoin, as again, it's a project that could be phasing out. But for the sake of the argument, let's continue with this thought. Let's just say best case scenario, Litecoin just stays consistent with Bitcoin. If it were to have a 35% dip, we're going to see the price fall all the way down to somewhere around $30 here on Litecoin. Again, remember this range right here I have in this pocket. We could go as low as 22 and still only be matching the lows of 2018, a very real possibility. That would put us down to a loss of about 50%. And again, this makes a lot of sense when we're thinking about the fact that in bear markets, this is when Bitcoin gains back dominance. If this were a project like Cardano or any other project that has a lot of bullish fundamentals developing right now, a case could be made that it does not have to match Bitcoin's price. But as far as I'm aware at this time, There is nothing developing on Litecoin, and for those reasons, I do think we will end up dropping down into this yellow region. Now, I told you, we're in this falling wedge. This definitely in this region could stay all the way to this point. So best case scenario, even if Litecoin were to continue to form this falling wedge and end up breaking to the upside, we could see the price come all the way down closer to around $30 before I actually think there's a good argument to say Litecoin should go ahead and break bullish. This also might put us somewhere in the region of around November, which a lot of experts are saying that that could be the potential time for the beginning of the bull market for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto space. The last thing I want to do is pull up Lux Algo. We're currently on the daily chart. Even though we had a buy signal flash a couple of weeks ago, we are back under a strong sell order with the red trend catcher, and our take profit is taking us all the way down to $24. Do I think we have to go that low? Not necessarily, but this is a great indication as we're seeing that reversal zone start to pop up that even Lux Algo, with the algorithm it has, is expecting to approach that $30 region. Going out to the weekly chart, it's a little bit better. We currently have been in a sell order for a while now, but even the bottom side, the extreme side of that take profit, could take us below $30. I think that this is something we definitely have to be paying attention to if we're in the Litecoin space. So, what is our prediction for Litecoin here within the next couple of months? Before I give you my answer, a quick word from one of our sponsors here at CryptoJeb. If you're watching this video, you probably either like Litecoin, you've owned Litecoin at one point or another, or you're looking into the future to own Litecoin. Why is that? Litecoin is trying to solve a currency issue. Guess what? Right now, whether you are a fan of Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it is to solve your currency issues, one of the best ways to handle that is to be paid in that coin. Whether it be to paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, you name it. You're gonna need some sort of payment system to pay you in it though, and it'd be really nice to avoid some of those exchange fees, right? I'm so excited to announce that we have a partnership with Hedge, which is looking to solve that exact problem. If you sign up with Hedge down in the link below, you can get set up to be paid directly in cryptocurrency. You heard me right. Paid directly in cryptocurrency. This can be set up with your company to where every single month you have an automatic deposit from your company. And in this way, you're able to DCA into your favorite cryptocurrency and at the same time avoid those exchange fees. Right now, we're at the bottom, or at least approaching the bottom of a bear market. This is the perfect time to go ahead and sign up for this. I know there's a lot of people tempted to think, I want to save every penny I can. But guess what? This is the time to invest in cryptocurrency and go ahead, save yourself some exchange fees. Go sign up with Hedge right now. Now let's go back to the video. So with all this information that we've talked about, with this falling wedge, but with also the bearish fundamentals, it's going to be very hard to pinpoint an exact price. So I'm going to have to leave it as a range. But in my estimate, I do believe that Litecoin, with everything happening in the fundamentals and what's happening with Bitcoin's TA, and no reason to think that Litecoin will differ, I'm going to go ahead and put a range about $30 to about $35. I think this is a pocket that we will see Litecoin end up dipping to at some point, especially as the economy and inflation continues to spiral out of control. My price point for Litecoin that I would look at before I purchase a single coin would be somewhere between $35 to $30 here, happening sometime maybe October or November. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I know some of you were hoping for a better price action. Here's the thing. This is just the bottom. If you believe that Litecoin is a solid project, first of all, let me know in the comments down below. And second of all, you will enjoy seeing these low prices because that means you can buy more supply. I'm not here to tell you with definity if it is a good project or a bad project. I'm just here looking at the charts, looking at the fundamentals, and letting you know that more than likely, these are the price ranges that are realistic if you are a Litecoin purchaser. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Please let me know in the comments down below what other coins you want to see predictions made on. With that being said, though, that's all I have for you in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Look at this guy.
He watched the entire video.
What a cool guy.
I think the next thing that he wants to do is hit the like button and then probably even subscribe to the channel.
And perhaps even comment down below what he thought.
That would be pretty cool.
Wow, what a cool guy.